Welcome back to Living Local. Do you have oil-based paint or old household cleaning supplies, maybe lawn or garden chemicals? Well, if you've got the spring cleaning fever and want them out of your basement or garage, a household hazardous material collection event is a great opportunity to check that off your to-do list. Joining me in studio, we have Sarah Gardner with the Rock Island County Waste Management Agency. Sarah, thanks for being here.
Oh, thank you. We're excited about this event.
Definitely. And before we get to the event, tell us a little bit about what the Rock Island County Waste Management Agency does.
Well, we're an intergovernmental agency, which is just a fancy way of saying we're a way for local governments to work together to meet solid waste goals.
Got it. Perfect. Very important to keep our community clean. How did this collection event come about?
Well, a lot of Rock Island County residents already know we have a program set up where they can take household hazardous material over to Scott County for disposal. Your viewers could do that today and have them disposed of, but sometimes, it can be a little bit of a journey to go across the river, especially lately with the flooding. So we wanted to have an event that would allow people, especially from our smaller outlying communities, an opportunity to stay in the county and dispose of these materials safe and legal and responsibly.
And Sarah, who have you teamed up with to make this event a reality?
Well, this is one of the great things. We are teaming up with the Illinois EPA. They have a contractor coming out. They're sending 48 workers to help process this material. So we're going to get people in and out with their trunks emptied and onto a clean basement or garage at home.
Great. You have the pros there to make the necessary analysis. So what kind of materials are accepted?
Basically, we're looking for things like household cleaners, household lawn supplies. The list includes something called hobby fluids, which are like paint thinners or things you would use, putting together models. Just basically things that you're going to find under your sink or in your garage that you don't want your kids or pets getting into. Those are good things to bring to get rid of.
And what materials are not accepted?
Now, this one's really important because a lot of folks will think that latex paint is a household hazardous material. In fact, this is good news. You don't have to bring it because you can just pop the lid off, dry it out, and put it in your trash and dispose of it that way. It's not hazardous, and because of that, at this event, they won't be accepting it. So we will have information there if you show up with it accidentally. Sometimes labels fall off. You don't know exactly what the paint is. But if you know it's latex paint, if you read the label and it says it's based with water and not oil, you can leave it at home. Save yourself a trip.
Well, that's really nice information to have. So who can bring the material for disposal?
This is also really great news. It's open to all Illinois residents, but if you have a friend or a neighbor or a family member who maybe can't make it to the event itself, you can bring their material along. There's no restrictions in how many households participate. So you're going to get to the gate, we're going to ask you how many households you have material with. If you say more than one, we're going to give you a high five. That's awesome. We want that.
Right, no kidding. So what are the consequences, Sarah, of just basically leaving these hazardous materials underneath our sink in our garage to collect dust?
Well, they're dangerous materials. And like I mentioned, they're materials you don't want your kids or your pets getting into. And one of the long-term problems we see with these, because a lot of these products are corrosive, is they can eventually eat through their own containers, right? And then you've got a big mess on your hands. So it's better if you know you're not using it anymore, you're not going to use it in the future, bring it along, let us dispose of it safely, then it's out of your hair, and you don't have to worry about someone getting in it accidentally.
Right, definitely. So what if someone is trying to dispose of these hazardous materials and maybe in an improper way? What are the consequences related to that?
Well, a lot of them, if they're not disposed of correctly, if they're incorrectly sent to the landfill, which we do try to prevent, and landfills will screen for them. Worst case scenario, it can have an impact on our water quality and the environmental health of the surrounding area, but just as bad for local residents. If you're caught disposing of these improperly, you can face potential fines. So, better to participate in a free event and not worry about it.
No kidding. If you think about it, some of these materials can eat away at the containers. Like you said, you do not want that in our ground or soil or waterways for sure. Sarah, when and where is the collection event?
So the collection event is going to be at the Rock Island County Fairgrounds, which is at 4200 Archer Drive in East Moline. It is from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. on March 18th, which is next Saturday. Not this coming Saturday, but the Saturday after. And it will take place rain or shine. The only reason we would shut it down is if there's a bit of lightning. It'll close for about 30 minutes and then reopen.
All right, Sarah, if people out there have maybe specific questions, I have this exact thing, is that allowed? How can they get a hold of you guys with those questions?
Well, the best thing you can do is go to our website, which is RICWMA, Rock Island County Waste Management Agency.org. not spelled out Rock Island County Waste Management Agency, just ricma.org. We have right on the front screen a banner you can click on that lists all the materials that are acceptable, things not to bring, and if you still have questions, our phone number is on the website. People are welcome to give us a call.
All right, you guys are making it very easy for people out there. What do you think the value is of this event?
Well, you know, it's nice to do something for the community. I work in waste management, and even I have questions sometimes about how to properly dispose of things. This is a chance to really get those questions answered, get them out of your house. You don't have to worry about it anymore. And we'll have lots of little goodies to hand out that to make folks aware of other recycling resources in the community. So it's not just a great event for this coming weekend, it's a great event for the coming years ahead.
All right, it's a great way to keep your home and our environment safe.
Absolutely.
All right, Sarah, thank you so much for being here. If you'd like some more information, you can visit RICWMA.org. We'll also have these details posted on our quadcities.com. More Living Local rolls on right after this. Stay with us.